Record now?
Okay, first of all, I want to thank the members who are present, both old and new, and members who are joining us online. I would like to say that we want to wish all the best to our co-chair, who, as you know, is very ill in the country of Africa. She hasn't come back yet, and I know that we're all wishing her speedy recovery and a fast return to us so we can see her again. So that's why you see me sitting here all by myself. I ain't got no brains. Okay. According to me, the people I have present is Andrea Becker. Clotilde, Clotilde, I know she's not saying it right. Meetum Scratch. Am I saying that right?
Mateen.
Say it again.
Mateen?
Mateen? Well, you're not spelling it right.
Oh,
I mean, that's it. Did I beat you yet? Okay. All righty. We have a visitor. Please tell me your name and where you're from.
My name is Wayne Whiting, and
Okay.
I live on 168.
I'm sorry.
I live on 168.
I'm not hearing you.
I live on 168th Street, Washington Heights.
Oh, yeah? And then why are you here?
Because I have more interest in this community.
Oh, the community board?
There's 12.
Yeah, should be a community board, but anyway, I'm glad you're here, maybe. Yeah. What are your major interests?
The West Harlem Piers in that building.
Oh, I'm gonna marry you. I fought for those peers. You have no idea. I fought for those peers. They were hard. And then they gave it to Parks when they shouldn't have, and Parks don't know what they're doing with it, never did know what they're doing with it. Because somebody added, it's the West Harlem Piers. And somebody said, oh, it's not a park. I said, no, it don't. Got some bushes, but it's in a park. That's how I got the name. But the official name is West Harlem Piers, nothing else. If that's straight. Sanitation don't want anything to do with the marine transfer station. Is anybody here familiar with the marine transfer station at all? Okay. Okay, tell me.
From what I was reading online, it was they collected all the trash there in the neighborhood, and they had some folks come and pick it up and then transfer to a central place.
Okay, it was the major area in the north that was on which most of it went. There, but that was all the stuff that they couldn't actually burn in 145th Street. What's that? What's the 145th Street name?
Which one? Riverbank?
Riverbank State Park. Okay. Riverbank State Park. And Riverbank State Park, so I'm old enough to give you all the history. Riverbank State Park was supposed to be at 79th Street. Hello. It was supposed to be at 79th. But 79, she said they didn't want it there, they should put it up here in Harlem. And the president and the mayor at the time was Ruth Messenger. And the reason I know her so well is because her mother paid for my college. So anyway, I know her very well. And she said, if you're gonna put it in Harlem, then you're gonna do it like I said. And that's how it looks the way it does. It goes from 130th Street all the way back to 142. That's Harlem Piers. The marine transfer station, yeah, that's Harlem Piers. Because of Ruth Messenger, which I haven't seen or spoke to in years, but she was the ones when they came down here from Albany and saw. I haven't ever been there. Those senators from Albany, it was what the hell? Because it's so gorgeous looking. Even now it's gorgeous looking, yeah. But they would not have it. So yes. That's what was it. So the peers are your interest, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that means that you're in a position going to support economic development, correct? Because it's about the money, you know that, right?
Okay. That's
Sad. It's about the money. Okay, close I don't. Keep the good Friday, so you are. And yes, yes. I'm sorry, what did you ask me? Well, tell me about you and what you're interested in. Tell us.
Obviously, I'm new to the community, right? I live in Morningside Gardens.
Oh,
Been
okay,
very active in Morningside Heights for a number of years, particularly then Columbia and housing.
right.
But I really was interested in joining the community board because I wanted to know more about the north of where I live, if that makes sense.
All right, yeah.
And, I mean, did I ask for that? I mean, I was, in answer to my preferences for committees, I was just put on the committee, so I can't say it was a particular interest,
Okay.
but, I mean.
But you saw all the other
I'm here-
committees.
Yes,
So you had
my
choice.
preference was housing because I've done so much work for it,
Okay.
but I'm here to do the work that needs to be done.
All right. Well, we have a lot of work to be done for the businesses. And I personally, this committee gave a very successful business conference. When was it, last year? Yeah.
June, I think was.
Yeah. But I really want to work, this committee to work with the small businesses. Many years ago, many years ago, we had committee members and we all met every Saturday on 135th Street and Broadway and walked. We had little things that said Community Board 9. And then we walked individually to store by store and asked to meet the managers and told them who we were and what we could do.
Right.
And then we had a conference for the small businesses. And it was at Grand, what's that place upstairs at 145th Street, Grand something.
Sand Slam or something?
Right.
But don't, bankrupt.
Well, we had this big conference there, the West Harlem Development Corporation sent, gorgeous foods and drinks and. Well, you see, they didn't open the door, so the small businesses came and thought the place was closed. They simply did not prop the door open with a thing, they decided it was closed, because the door was closed. So we had all this food and everything and this and they didn't come upstairs. Wow. So it's just a learning experience when you think everybody would know automatically they don't. You always kind of go, it never occurred to me that I needed to tell the Grand Slam to put a door stopper in there. That would never occurred to me.
You're right.
But I learned. So that was what this committee used to do. In terms of the West Harlem Piers. One of the things that most people don't know, except I do, Amtrak used to stop there. I live in 25th Street, was the Amtrak stop. And if you go down there now, between, what's the restaurant?
Dinosaur?
Dinosaur, between Dinosaur, well, you know, the Spanish one, they went out.
Yeah.
Well, you will see a big doorway like this in between, and that was the entrance to come up to the Amtrak train and come down. So I think this member of the committee, part of his interest was to get Amtrak to stop here again. And there's enough, if you just look at the amount of schools, there's enough reason to put Amtrak back here. Okay, not to mention whatever else is being developed in the area, because what's that stupid bus? The 125, used to be the 19, I gotta go back to, it was the 125 is supposed to, it doesn't, but it's supposed to go up to 12th Avenue, make a right-hand turn on 12th Avenue and take themselves down up to 135th Street. That's where they're supposed to stop. That's where their office was for them to go in. And then they made a U-turn and they came back down. Someone along the line decided to tell them, ain't nothing up there, don't go. Now, part of it, Columbia had not built up there, and there really wasn't that much up there. The bottom line is, now the buses think the last stop is 125th Street. No, it's not. It's 135th Street and 12th Avenue.
What, the 125th bus?
Yeah. Used to be the 19,
So the 19, you mean it goes from the Bronx?
straight up to 135th Street, that's where they turn around, they have the area to turn around there. Cause if you pay attention, the bus in front of Columbia, they go all the way up to make that turn, cause that should have been up there in the first place, coming down.
Well, who knows what Columbia is going to do? They bought the space that was Fairway,
Yes,
so who knows what they plan?
we don't know.
You don't know that.
And we have not made a formal request to ask them. So I would hope that in some way they would restore that type of business there because it was quite profitable there. And it worked. And now with the university campuses expanding down there and the dormitory is supposed to be where the buses are now.
Uh-huh.
Which would put them directly in front of that store. The bus station on 12th Avenue, I see your face.
Yeah, I have to walk over there, Maria. It's been a minute.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be walking.
it's a big bus station there, and that
Yeah.
square corner where it is, which is down this, it's down
It's
this block,
it's
right?
literally behind the school.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
All right.
so if you walk down the block,
You
go down,
walk
it's on
right
that
in-
side.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that.
Well, I'll walk over another time on Thursday, cause
Well,
I have to
that-
see it visually.
In the Columbia plan for expansion,
Yeah,
that is where they went put, that we voted on. They were going to put for dormitory.
dormitories or something. Yeah, I mean, our area looks so different from when I was a student. It's like,
Oh, yeah, when you
Go
were,
back.
that was a whole different.
Yeah, it was-
Going on down.
yeah,
there.
it was, yeah.
There was live poultry, cause I
Yeah.
remember where dinosaur is when the live pigs, the cows used to go around outside, that's how thick, that was the.
I
You
didn't see
don't
that.
wanna go back that far, right?
I don't go back that far, but it was a
I
hot
was,
mess
right.
back there, so
That's
now.
thing can happen to all of them, I dropped there, cause I don't think there's nobody my age still around who knows what's going on, so.
God bless.
I was there
That
for
you're
it, I
still
know.
here for all of it.
Yep, I was there. So that's where Columbia has said they're gonna put the dorm and whatever they get to that. Which would make sense because when I looked in this big Manhattan little campus back here with 19 parks and everything. That's what- But not to put the dormitory there, yeah. Cause they can't do anything with that other building because it's historically, it's saved.
That white, oh,
No,
that white building?
No, the red building down here.
Oh, right. I
That's
have to
the
go
name
look.
of it now.
So it's a lot, part, a lot of
They
historic
used to make
buildings. Yeah.
pocketbooks and dolls, they make
really?
dolls.
Oh.
And that building is landmarked, if you go there, you'll see it's a red building, they can't do
That is-
anything with it,
Okay,
cause it's landmarked.
got you, yeah.
Is that across the street from the Mac Club? Whatever.
Right, down here, like.
Down the hill, yes, across from Columbia, the
Gotcha.
park, right on the other side,
Mhm.
and it's a red building,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
that's a land, the reason that it looks like that is landmark.
Got it.
They can't touch it, they can't play with it. And I have one of the last dolls that they made, doll
Really?
was sitting there with her little donkey and a flag.
God bless.
That's right, that's what they used to make dolls in that, very famous doll. Who else are we dealing with and what else am I dealing with? Neighborhood, right?
Yes. I mean, are you gonna say anything more about the West Harlem Piers? Merida, that's the bane of your existence? 'Cause I know that was
Well,
questions I had when I used to.
the
pop
West
in.
Harlem Piers, I have not really gone out. Because really, after, you remember the name of the president from Colombia that retired? He was the head.
Bollinger?
Bollinger.
Yeah.
After Bollinger retired, those two women, whoever, they ain't got that. Oh, but they need to have that together, so I haven't bothered them
Mhm.
about it. But Columbia actually goes out, well, it did go out of its way to provide housing for the professors that they were most impressed with. They don't have anymore on Riverside Drive. I realized last year or so, that they had really bought up some space over there on the Hudson River on the east side. And if you look, in a minute, they're gonna be able to walk across the Hudson River at the rate they're going, this is coming out further and further and further into the water. But that being as it may. That West Harlem Piers is a Columbia thing that we,
Is it, have you established that? Because,
no, they can't do anything with it, the West Harlem Piers is a government thing. Belongs to economic development, there's nothing they can do there,
right,
except support whatever the community would like to see.
exactly. So I hope we can revisit that.
So one of the things, I miss this, I was looking at this chip, I can see his face, I can't remember his name, he was on the committee. Because he said, Mr. Just student.
I was one.
Because because they would not let, I forget who it was, they would not let that, but something happened there. But a lot of the buildings that you now see on the Hudson River that are more into the river, check see who's housing there, therefore. It isn't the local people, I can tell you that. So if we were able to get the West Harlem Piers up and functioning again as he was presented in the thing that we made, more than just parking, made an excellent presentation for it.
Right,
If that could happen, that would serve all the purposes, both locally and even individually like Columbia.
When was that created?
They made that 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago.
yeah, you see, you had a proposal of someone.
Yeah, more than just parking was the ones, yeah.
Um,
And I knew them and I knew that they could afford what they were saying, so I'm not involved in these people that he was presenting stuff they can't afford. But they had the money, then to call him up, I haven't spoken to him lately, and his son graduated college, cause I knew the president of it. And I encouraged him to come here and get involved. And he did. Well, but the organization is more than just part of, the bottom part of the largest of the house. Yeah. So maybe time to get that back. The thing was with that was that organization was prepared to do and invest whatever was necessary above the water. They wanted sanitation or whoever to fix the piers in the water. Sanitation said they wasn't dealing with it. First of all, it was too expensive, and so they out. Economic development can't seem to figure out what they're supposed to be doing. Okay, so the marine transfer station cannot be rebuilt the design was excellent. Excellent. Okay, when the elevator ran on the outside of the ship, so when you took you sat down in this elevator and went around and took you all the way, give me a break. The design had a place for children to study. It had a place for the ship to dock when it came from New Jersey, which was one of the key things I said to them. If we get a ferry that goes directly from anywhere in New Jersey to West Harlem, we got it made. Because that, and he explained in the Amtrak, you coming back. Hello.
That's true, man. I'm surprised the ferry boats haven't made their way further up.
The ferry boats used to go from the Statue of Liberty up to the George Washington Bridge.
Oh,
Somewhere, sometimes I have to take a breath because I'm gonna be so ugly. But anyway, I'm gonna be ugly anyway. Anyway, it seems that when the George Washington Bridge acquired Martha underneath, which is all the local people called it Martha Washington Bridge, off of George Washington's wife. But it's George Washington Bridge has 2 levels, but when that bridge came, everybody, that's Martha up underneath. Anyway, that's what went on with the ferry boats, and from little by little they stopped coming north, and they used to go to let me remember because my brain is gone. The school that was upstate was not a school. It was where they trained the officers.
West
trained.
oh,
It was right up.
Yeah, I guess West Garrison.
like Garrison, across from West Point or at West Point?
I'm not hearing me.
Across from West Point or at West Point?
No, it was this one, it was right there.
Yeah, West Point, that's where they changed the officers, if you're saying that's how far up it went, yeah.
Sweetheart, no, don't even sit, go over there and sign in.
I was also on mine too.
Oh,
Sign in.
yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
I read you. What was I telling you, something about it, was the point?
the ferries going up.
Oh, yeah, that and Poughkeepsie was the next place up there. Now they don't even come this far north.
Right.
Cause I got on the ferry myself, it was a bridge. And then 2-6 precinct, I said, how am I paying for this ferry when it ain't going to the biggest of this and most?
I've been seeing the ferry go as far up as like sound, so I'm like,
Oh, you didn't even know that.
it literally drops off at, there's like a park. My supervisor, when she goes downtown, she'll take that ferry back home. Cause it's the fastest way, I guess.
That's
Yeah.
in the East River.
Yeah, the East River is.
Yeah, they have.
Well, the East River will take me to the province.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. They go north as far as north as Soundview.
Yeah.
But they go Long Island City too, from Queens.
Yeah, down that end, yeah.
And I keep looking to see if maybe one day they're gonna propose
Right.
coming west.
West.
That would be nice.
Well, they need to go,
Cause I go
actually,
west.
it's not new.
Stop.
It's like 40 something.
40, yeah, either 40.
That's the only one I
Well-
have that.
Well, with the Harlem Rocket, once that whole thing gets settled, we'd hope in terms of the formation of a pair that will allow for, you know, debarkation and embarkation.
Three piers.
You know what, the Harlem Rocket is one of the things that.
It's a ferry, it's the wheel.
The boat, I don't wanna call it.
Isn't it a speed? Wait a minute.
Well, it's bigger than a speedboat, but a boat. But I only mention that because it can help to bring back some, you know, economic engagement.
But no, the Harlem Rocket are not the people who were trying to put the ferry, the big wheel thing.
Right, yeah, I wasn't even bringing up that.
Man,
But,
They wanted to put that at the Harlem Piers.
right, just the Ferris wheel, that's a whole other thing.
Right.
But the Harlem Rocket, if things work out with the build out of the pier, this past weekend, I know a few of us went up to Dykeman to
Right.
support them, and unfortunately, our group didn't get on the boat because it was an issue. So I think that was the last
Wow.
ride for
Yeah.
the summer, and they'll come back. I'm hoping by the time the weather gets warm again, there will be some development of the pier so that the Harlem Rocket will be leaving from 125th Street, which was the original intention.
But they had the space.
Well-
What to do?
But they have the space, but they don't have the proper platform, like with that boat. Well, that's what they said they did. That was the whole reason from leaving up there. But I'm not trying to hijack your meeting.
No, I want you to go ahead because you're saying something I did not know. I want to know who they spoke to because the West Harlem Piers was built to accept and be prepared for all of the bullshit you're talking about.
Well,
And in fact, they could come on the side like this, which is the Spanish people have up there every year, and that boat comes up on the side. But they can dock right still,
Right.
they don't even have to come up.
so I know for a fact, the Harlem Rocket guys, they spoke at a meeting. They might have spoke at a, maybe that was the meeting, you didn't make it, Margaret, it was the executive August meeting. And they came and they spoke.
I might have, do
I
you?
was in.
I might not.
I have to go look, but I might have been the one meeting you didn't come to.
Right.
And we were, and we unfortunately, and they had spoken to us about their challenges in using the space. And the dock, the way it was configured now, because it's made for. I'm not a mariner, so I don't know what the proper terminology is, but the boat was not leaving from 125th Street. The goal is that hopefully they can survive, weather this storm in terms of what's happening and their inability to leave from 125th Street. They're leaving from Dykeman, the goal was for them to come back, maybe, I guess, in the spring and start leaving from there. But certain things have to be done and built out for the boat to be able to be accommodated so people can get on the boat. So that's a whole other thing, but in what you're talking about in terms of the history and trying to do more to develop 125th Street Pier. Because there's so much potential, you talk about it all the time. That's something we should definitely, working with this committee, keep our eyes and ears and hands on so that we can build it out. And I think it's gonna become more critical than ever, given what's happening economically
Yes.
and our concern with the city and, how we might get slammed. I'm sure businesses, as you were talking about, we need to engage more with small businesses, let them know we're here and support them because I'm sure they're gonna be hurting.
And they're the ones that we really need to have a quote, small business conference. Instead, if you this big, this is as big as you gonna get, and we ain't coming back. We want small, cause if you go right here between Old Broadway and Amsterdam, you'll see 4 or 5 little teeny bit. I went in one the other day, I said, oh my God, I didn't know it was this big. It looks like this in the front, but when you get inside, it goes up.
Mhm.
People don't know, and then they don't get the business that.
But that's why we have to support businesses who.
But just so you all know, the Harlem Piers needs one thing to happen. Just bring the damn boat in and dock it, cause it was built to accept. Okay, and it was built to accept the law, the ferry that used to come, the big one.
Right.
Right, because the Harlem Piers has, I think, 4 docks, all right, so,
Well, we'll.
they dock all the way out.
What?
The one that's like, you walk straight down this block,
Right,
there's one right here, like as soon as you get to the water, it's broken though.
okay,
And then the next one
it's
is
122.
where Bayland is at.
Yeah,
Right.
right. But at Baylander
Right.
is one of several docks. It's on this
Not in this
side.
immediate, not in this immediate area though, like in this, within, so there's one here, then there's the Baylander, what's the next one? Cause I'm not familiar.
And where the Baylander is, there's space for 3 additional boats. There's docks there. That's why it was built that way, so you can accommodate it, okay? Well, all right, and that's just like the people that's supposed to learn to do, what's the bicycles in the water or something, I gotta go look at that.
Right?
Right, they were supposed to do that, and the West Harlem Piers, don't worry,
They
have
do,
a lot.
Parks Department do open that in summertime.
And
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody
West
go
Harlem-
down there to use.
No, they do, they offer a lot of things.
Nice that
A lot of
they
people
care,
don't know, yeah.
cause they sure don't know over there in that.
You know, they just got approved for a bathroom too, right?
I'm sorry?
Just got approved for a
Oh, well,
bathroom.
listen, honey, look at my face. I said I had enough. All you men going to the tree, I need to be inside. Don't get me inside.
Yeah, they just
So-
got approved for a
That's
bathroom.
right, it's at 130th Street, and when you go up there, right there. I know exactly where.
Huh?
Where will that bathroom be put?
All right.
It's there. It's
No,
not.
it's not there yet.
It's not.
It's not there yet.
They
It's not
took it
there.
away?
They know. They just put a, it wasn't
It
a
was a
proposal.
portable one.
No, but they just put like a stationary, like they just did a presentation. I don't know.
Right.
Oh, UST. They was at UST because I was at UST, and they were here talking about it. They showed the model and how it would look.
It'd be nice if they came and told this committee something. It would have been nice, cause I know by us fussing and fighting about it, they put a portable one.
Yeah, the porta potty. You
It
talking
was
about that?
upside,
That's,
but
yeah,
it's nice. And that's the only, because I don't go up that way, that's the only one that I knew about.
yeah.
But I wanna ask you.
It's like it looks similar to the ones you would see like in the park.
Yeah.
Yeah, similar to that.
Well, wait a minute, this is what I wanna ask you to do, because I tend to forget. Please ask the chair, when these kind of people come, to make sure they came to this meeting first. They should be here first, before they end up at the general board. That's the way it's supposed to.
Well, no, they went
They
to,
were here.
they went to UST.
Yeah.
And I think they went to UST because of transportation, Loretta. I agree that they probably.
Transportation, fine.
Right.
I'm even the train, but if you're gonna go on the Hudson River and there's the West Harlem Piers, you should. This organization should have made sure they came. Because that's what will function here. And the same way, if this is functioning, if Amtrak came back the way it's supposed to do, like they used to, and the ferry stops where it's supposed to, this economic development is already there. All you gotta do is tell them come. You don't even have to build them anything.
Right.
You just gotta make them aware that it exists. Because the dock for the Amtrak train, the building is right there. Get off and walk downstairs, should be a dinosaur. Especially dinosaurs,
I
that.
think,
That's
see,
bad.
I really know. Those that wanted to reach, cause Amtrak, they attended a few of our meetings.
I'm sorry.
Last year, they attended a few of our meetings last year
Oh,
in Amtrak.
no, what meeting of yours is there, something?
Not mine.
Harry, what, Harry,
2000. It was when they were trying to like
Oh,
doing
okay.
that whole development thing down there on 12th Avenue and
right, but they
You know,
can't believe him doing that.
right, and then it was saying that Amtrak owned the tracks and they, reach out to them. I know Barry was involved in that for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, tell them hurry up, cause I've gotten off the train there myself, I'm not young. I know when the train used to stop. That's why when a lot of things that I say in the area are things that I personally experienced, and I know they weren't there.
Yeah.
Like I know who built, what's that place at 145th Street?
The park again? You talking about the park?
Riverside.
Yeah, Riverbank State Park,
Yeah,
remember that? Yeah,
Well,
Gotcha.
Ruth Messenger was the reason that park is, that's.
that's right.
And she was the mayor of New York City at the time.
Marit, I wanted to go back to your comments about small business conference.
Uh-huh.
So, yes, you and Joyce were successful in, pulling together that conference in June, because I know our
Yes. they
task
were
force
hard.
members
Yeah,
came,
they did.
and it was, I
Her
thought,
and, what's the new vice president?
um,
What's the new vice president?
who, John Martin?
John Martin.
Yeah, John Martin, second
Her and
vice
John
chair.
Martin,
Yeah, he attended, a few of us attended, of course, because I sit on the cannabis task force. I wanted to attend because they are a business and we wanna make sure they feel welcome and are contributing to the community. So I think having a small business conference is not, I think it's a great idea. You should think about, I guess who you want to reach out to expand on it, because I thought it was well attended. You got a lot of good people from the city to come, I guess, based on your relationships. So growing that out, I think would be great. I also think you had it upstairs, it'd be great if there is some visibility downstairs, so that when people go by, they can see those different entities meeting, and you can get more people to come. And that would speak
I
to
never felt,
your reach.
personally,
Yeah,
I never felt that the forum was the place to have.
oh, okay,
For exactly what you say. If I'm having a conference, I don't want half the people on another floor.
right,
That I gotta take the elevator to reach you. Then it's not a conference. It's you having a meeting there and I'm having a meeting here. I had said to them, go over there and take the Manhattanville houses. The Manhattanville Houses Community Center.
It's definitely big enough.
It is 3 stories.
oh,
It has an inside elevator.
okay,
All right, and it has a kitchen on the same floor, not that you're gonna make them, but it's got a kitchen on the same floor where you can have, they play basketball, but it's right there where they have. One of the things the mayor did there, gotta give him credit for something, he had a big conference there.
okay,
A big conference in Manhattanville, and what I liked about him at the time was, he brought every department head to that meeting on 131st Street in Amsterdam, and every person that raised their hand and had a problem, he said, oh, is it you had a transportation, go over there and talk. He made that person get up from their seat and go talk to the person in the
well,
audience.
maybe we can.
I'll give him
do-
credit now, there's a lot of things he didn't do, but that was one of them.
So maybe we should revisit doing that again.
Yes, and it
Because the-
should be there.
Right,
And I showed Joyce, and Joyce, I said, Joyce, I said, don't have a forum. I don't need to hear the name the forum. I need to have this space that works for what you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, the chair says that he wants us to try to do more in the community, so maybe that's a hold it. Yeah, and so maybe I think that's something you should, we as a board can think about starting to plan and reach out to people so that we can get them involved. The other thing I would like to see this committee do, and I think you would agree, since we know small businesses need support, we should go back and look at how we can engage Columbia Because you know, as a part of the CBA, I believe there's something and you probably know this better than me, but they have promised to provide some gratis services. And maybe that's something we can take advantage of to help the local businesses make sure they do well. I don't think we've fully taken advantage of that and have it in such a way that they can be in the community, like you said, so that people are accessing them in the community. I think this feeds into,
I'm trying to go back, trying to think in my mind what came out of because I was of the, unfortunately, when the Columbia Benefit Agreement was negotiated, and it was 3 people from the economic development,
right,
3 people from the lunch, and 3 people from the,
okay,
it was Ted Kovloff,
yes,
Carolyn Thompson,
yes.
and me. I'm the only one left that's functioning. Carolyn passed away and Ted, I don't know where does Ted Kovloff live nowadays?
I mean, he's still functioning, he comes to the
But he's
meetings.
always on there because he's
Wow.
not here. That's
He's
what
not
I'm trying to where
physically
he is.
here.
Because he came to something that was here.
Yeah,
And
that
he
was
was here
like
that
last
day.
I was
year.
here a few months ago, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Ted Kovloff.
yeah, the guys are a wealth of,
Right.
information.
So that when I got the original, that's not what you said, I have an original signed benefit agreement from Columbia.
Understood.
So all I gotta do is. flip my
Somebody
book
has
open
their
and
hand up.
page.
Excuse me, Ms. Dunn. Clotilde has her hand
I'm
raised.
sorry, who is it?
Clotilde, she has her hand raised.
Well, actually, this not make this thing work.
No, you just allow.
Yes, hi. I wanted to say something as of Monique, what she said about to be close to the community. And the community that we have in West Harlem are made of people of different language, speaking French, speaking Spanish. Did we think about how we're gonna reach them? How we gonna go through the flyers? How we gonna go? How do you think about reaching those people who doesn't speak English? And there are many. If you look at the number of small businesses in our area, most of them speak a different language. So this is one thing I wanted to add. I welcome the idea of being really running the street and meeting people on one, but I also want to add for Columbia University, don't they have the School of Journalism, the Spectator, and they usually attend our meeting. So I haven't seen them for some time. So this is what I wanted to interject and my take on our meeting. Back to you.
Well, they've been here, they've been to quite a few meetings, the students from the Spectator, so,
Yeah, I was speaking to one of them the other day.
yeah,
but
they're around. And thank you, Clotilde, you're right,
Yeah,
we do have a lot of diversity. And I think whatever outreach we do, we have to be mindful of that so that we can make people feel engaged and included. So that's just something to be,
No, I had
mindful
got
of, yeah.
system, I don't know if they still had it in handle houses, if they didn't know what the hell to do it with. But I got a system with the only system that any of the nitrogen developments had, I had it here. So that they could speak, and I put out a flyer, if not, the thing, and it was English, Spanish, French. So everybody could come to the meeting very comfortably, and what it was that had to speak the thing, the person went who needed that language with that wasn't, if it was too many of them, I'd say, oh, you all get in your area, so she could put a little speaker on.
got it.
So, yeah, I was very aware of it way back when, I don't know what they did with the translation machine, if it's still in Manhattan, I don't know, you know.
Well, now with the technology, I'm sure, if and when we decide to hold it somewhere, I'm sure we can somehow figure out how to incorporate translation services. So,
The translation service is not that difficult, because it's really an extra speaker. That's what it is, it's an extra speaker. What you're saying to that speaker, that's the issue. So they have, it could be, there's some, if you have like 4 or 5 people. If you see those 4, that's all Spanish right here, and they can have a very close speaker that works just
understood.
So there's several.
Ways to do that.
Yeah.
Um. One thought I had, Marita, while I'm sitting here, and I'm gonna follow up with, the chair. We know holiday lights are coming,
Mhm.
and we get a lot of business along 125th
Right.
Street. And the hope and goal is to maybe include some businesses further uptown to maybe participate, not all, but maybe a few, just to increase visibility and extend the scope of the business community.
It's two different things.
Yeah.
From the time it was started,
Right,
and you don't have to ask who was there, too.
no way I do that.
Okay, it was only for 125th Street, that's all it was. It went from Broadway to Fifth Avenue and
Okay.
came back.
Got it.
Didn't even go around and it, came right back. And that, I forget her name, the woman that's in there now, she was the one that started it. She
Yeah,
was
Barbara.
Barbara, right. Cause if I see Barbara, she's gonna say, oh my God, you're still there, Barbara, I'm sorry. So, that, now it's expanded, this last one all the way down to 135th Street. I think that's something that we would have to negotiate with them.
Right, and we would, but I'm just saying, as
How
a,
far north are you speaking about?
well, actually, the thought was not for them to so much go up north. Because that probably would be a big to do, but maybe see what businesses we can bring from our community board up and go a little further north. And have them maybe come down and join into the parade. Not a lot, but just a few, just to increase awareness that there is
What does it
vibrancy.
cost to rent that? Do you know?
I have to go look at that, because you're right, that will make a difference, one, and two, assuming that we can negotiate something, maybe it could be a thing where more than one business can
Oh,
come
definitely,
together
definitely.
for a float, and the whole thing is just to get it there.
If you tell me,
And,
and get for me the information on the float and all like that. And I will set up as much as I hate to, because nowadays, one of us, I don't wanna talk about the rest of y'all, but one of us need a cane if we wanna go anywhere and move anywhere. And one of us don't get on the train because it ain't convenient, I do the bus everywhere, because I just gotta
Understood.
step up and step up.
Well,
However,
yeah,
if we gotta get to those small businesses, I will set the time at 135th Street like we used to do.
okay,
And go to all the businesses, because a lot of them along there that are smaller than these things.
yeah,
And have different priorities, and maybe one, find out how much the boat, the rental costs.
okay.
And then we would have to figure out what benefit it would be for them to get in it.
Well, I would certainly, I agree with you, make it worth their while, certainly, just even visibility, I think, if they think. Just having visibility, because last year we had a lot of coverage in the news, so the hope and goal would be to continue that pattern, get more coverage, more visibility.
If you say that word one more time.
Which one, coverage or
Visibility.
Well,
And
listen-
don't, wait a minute, I want you to explain to me.
Yes,
Now I already have it in my head. I want you to explain to me how these little businesses are going to get additional visibility when they rent their little barcode to go on the parade. How are they gonna acquire this under visibility?
because the floats are branded, so they can put their brand on the float, and people will.
How
see.
many of them? 1, 2, 4?
Well, it
5?
depends, so going back to what, we were sharing, depending on cost, maybe one or two businesses. Can share a float and have the ability to put their
Well,
logo
one,
on.
one or two, my whole thing is what I'm at, you got the smaller business. And we could get 4 of us in the same business. I would think even better. So
I agree with
wait,
you.
1, 2, 3.
I agree
So
with you,
you're not
wholeheartedly.
competing against each other, you compete, yes, ma'am.
That's right.
A couple questions. I'm new here, so my thing is, what's the difference between this committee and then the West Harlem Development Court when it comes to like,
Money.
okay, well,
Now, okay, they have the money, we negotiated that. when we
Right.
did the Columbia Benefit Agreement, that's how they got there.
Okay.
This is a government agency. So when, even though we laugh and joke, we only gotta make one phone call because we're legal government
Okay.
so far. Well, for the idiot, you know who I'm talking about. We don't wanna call his name in public, but I will. I'm no trouble calling his name in public.
Right. Yeah.
Cause he don't understand nothing about New York. Including the house he got there on Fifth Avenue, we don't wanna go there.
Mm.
Or the fact that he built this big house over on Riverside Drive and those people took his name off the building, I'll never forget that.
You all right? That's
He
true.
built a big business
But
over on
we-
Riverside Drive,
But
apartments.
we ain't gonna talk
Right.
about that. That's. for-
And they, when he started acting crazy, they took his name off the building.
Right. But yeah, we're considered the, you know, the eyes and ears of the community, the voice. And that's why we
And the
can
government,
be.
and legal government,
and
not a
share.
social club.
Right, and then West Harlem Development, as the chair has stated, you know, they deal with like the financing and we go through them to get support,
Yeah,
funding around.
we will encourage them to look favorably on you.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. But,
But that's a very good idea, I hadn't thought about it.
right,
Get me the
I think,
financial.
so yeah, I think that would be a nice way
Yeah.
to do something different. With the
Mhm.
holiday lights, get some more involved, you know, because CB9 is like right on the cusp
Yeah.
of where the lights stop. And we think just to increase the awareness of the board, you know, we try to tell people the community board is.
I want
it's-
y'all to get a
It's
bigger.
not us,
bigger
it's
float.
we. Meaning that you depend on people from the community to be a part of the board, so that voices and concerns are expressed equally. And it just people, and it just also engenders goodwill. People feel good about the community because they're a part of it, and I think showing that we have vibrancy uptown, because quite frankly, you know. Harlem is more than 125th Street. I tell people that all the time,
Yeah, it
so.
goes all the way to 172nd there.
Well, that and it goes up. I mean, I think, you know, Broadway uptown, you know, it's a, you know, very,
150.
it's very vibrant. So, you know, we wanna, you know, we just wanna create a sense of pride.
It's a thought, so.
So,
Because
Yeah.
that parade is really only on 125th Street.
yeah, I mean, like you said, it's meandered and changed, but I
Well,
think,
the change is that it went around the other park, which is low,
Right.
and then it went up to 135th Street and came down 7th Avenue again, so, hey,
Right.
no.
yeah, you know, progress.
I'm thinking that maybe for a different holiday, we should try to plan a parade that is more inclusive of the area.
I think,
Because that parade really is more inclusive of Central Harlem than it is of West Harlem.
I think that's something to work toward. I think we take what we can get. It's probably easy to jump in and onto that. On the, you know, in a small way, and if we wanna do something bigger, you grow on that. But. you
Well, I
have to
think
start.
we should, first of all, let the 125th Street light thing, it's been going on for 100 years, let that go. And the other, what's that second celebration? Right after, there's a black celebration. Can't think of the name of it.
Oh.
And they have a big thing, and it's a big,
Well, then we just have the parade. Parade was this in September.
no, like Christmas, there's another one anyway, it'll come soon.
Okay,
There's another one, and if we support that as a separate from this, then you can pick up all the small ones that were not included before, because now they're in more or less their own parade.
well,
They don't have to share it with Central Hall,
Well-
it's their parade.
well,
Actually, but it's right, think of the name of it, it'll come to me, but it's right after Christmas, there's another black celebration.
well, okay.
Go ahead, put out.
No, nothing else. It's your meeting. I was just interjecting, the supporting, you know, interjecting based on things that you're sharing. So, you know, I think it's important just to provide as much support to the businesses as possible. And,
And especially the small businesses, for the simple reason that the area that they surround can afford to go in. And
say
that's
that again?
very important.
What?
The area that they surround can afford to go into this. It's not too expensive.
Oh, I see, yeah, well, that's why they're here. I'm thinking about the mapping of, I mean, you talk about small businesses and just having an idea of exactly what's in our community. Do we have something that gives us an idea of who is present
No.
here?
No, not specifically small businesses, no.
Well, just businesses in general, I see.
They do.
They do?
It's, all in one shop.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
that's like, how
I
current,
have never talked to them at all.
how current.
I don't know why we don't.
I just raised my hand for a long time and you took my words. I was about to ask about if we had any database and you just asked the question.
On their website, and
Okay.
they have a database based on, it is based on, location, so like neighborhood. So you could go to
Oh,
the
really?
you could go to Morningside Heights, you'll see like they have like a list of businesses, restaurants, yeah.
Okay, so that, I didn't realize that but that's.
It won't include everything, but they do have they have a large, they have sugar, they have everything,
Sugar
from
Hill,
east to
they
west,
have-
central, yeah.
So
Mhm.
how come we're not doing more?
What's the name of that again?
It's called Harlem One Stop.
How come we're not doing more with them?
Uh,
Okay, we should,
They'll never come to any of these meetings,
well, maybe we should invite them.
we should,
Yeah, because of
because
this,
this is economic development.
correct. I was thinking because of what we proposed to do with those proposals. And one of the things was to get somebody coming on an intern to map out in terms of the housing stock, the type of housing stock and knowing what we have. We probably need something similar with the, businesses. If Harlem One Stop is doing that, we should tap into it to look at what we have.
Right.
Cause it will help us be efficient in terms of
Well,
our.
it's no sense in the two of us doing the same thing.
That's true.
That's.
I
okay.
agree.
So I need to know what Harlem One Stop is doing, and they need to know what we should be doing, and then we'll all,
And get them to come to a meeting. I think if you haven't been in communication with them,
I've never had.
then we
been
should
in
get
any
them to come
Yeah.
and share and see how we could work with
Work
them.
together is necessary for us to work.
Even though, like you said, it's 125th Street, but they incorporate upper part of Harlem,
mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, so and I find, cause I was using that as a resource for, our business and,
Okay,
I did find a lot of helpful information, but I did realize that, they did have more like resources for Central Harlem, like they did have more listings, more
okay.
like listings in their directory for Central Harlem, but
It
like
might,
you said, we could invite them and that way,
maybe
Yeah,
we
they
can add,
need to be invited.
right, maybe we can get the help and expand their database.
right,
But I think both of them they can help us.
But they can help you,
them.
right.
That's the action.
Say that again? They can,
They can help us and we can help them.
right, it's neutral. Yeah, I agree. This is a way to grow out this committee, so it can be more
Because to me,
effective.
they're economic development, and to me,
I
if you
agree.
get their business is this big, that's economic development.
I agree.
The founder of Harlem One Stop is Yuen Chen, and she regularly attends these meetings.
Right, thank you,
I never
Heather,
knew
you're
that,
right.
thank you,
I
Heather,
didn't know that though.
That's
I
right.
never knew that.
You know, it's funny, I know I heard it before and I was like, wait, why do okay,
One stop,
should-
you and Shin.
Okay.
And she's usually at this meeting. She comes to these meetings all the time.
oh, does she?
Exactly right, and she regularly participates.
Okay, thank you, Heather. So, I mean, okay, maybe something happened today.
She's one of the few people been here long enough, she and I.
So you guys know
Yeah,
the
we did that.
history. So, I mean, once again, it's probably worth, well,
Yeah.
just following up with her, engaging with her. I mean, you said she comes, so, maybe touching base with her.
Economic, yeah, you and Shin, maybe I'll just. You have the direct contact card? That's tricky.
I'm sure we have
I
it.
know you do it in the office.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
the office, I do.
So you and Shin on one stop.
There you go. So that's good.
I
That's
don't know about the year.
Yeah, it's very busy and.
It's on the website.
Okay,
Okay,
how much, I got a point, maybe I'll go try. All right, where are we? Oh, wait, we did the West Harlem Piers and what has to be, oh, I know what else too. We've got to figure out, I don't know who's doing it, but every Christmas, this group has the people at the piers to sing Christmas songs. I don't know who they are, but I know I never see any of us. I'm the only one there, ain't nobody.
So you don't know where they come from?
No, they just, well, they sent a thing out, and then they are, basically, they have nothing, as far as I can tell it, they have nothing involved in 110th Street Mall. How they found the West Park from Piers, I do not know, but they're there, and it's every year, it's not like, it's every year, I gotta look to see when they're gonna have the next, I'll let the, every other.
So,
when they do the next
Coral?
Christmas.
Is that for the
Right.
tree lighting?
Every Christmas, they have this outdoor Christmas carol thing at the West Hall, on the West Hall Piers, that's where they have it. Every Christmas, and that's been years, this ain't new, this been going on for years.
Yeah, I go to the tree lighting, cause I'm also.
And you never see those, everybody, and if you come early enough, you get little food for the kids and stuff,
Oh,
yeah.
really? Okay.
I don't know who they are, I just.
Oh, we have to find out, I'm sure they
That
can.
one's done through the conservancy.
Yeah.
If you find out, let me know. I'll work with them because I look around, I don't see anybody there I know but me.
Sure.
I don't see anybody, there's nobody there from Grant houses, there's nobody there from Manhattanville house. Let's talk about where we're talking about. There's nobody there. There's nobody there from, what's this one right here on the big house? The apartment building, 30 feet. There's nobody there. So if you want to have this in this community, somebody from these should be able to bring two people.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Otherwise, I'm bringing my dog.
And they come up here.
I'm
That's interesting too.
I could talk to Stephanie, cause if you know Shannon Richards,
sorry?
if you know Shannon Richards with the dog run on 142nd, I know what happens with the conservancy through him, cause he's incredibly involved with parks, with the conservancy.
Introduce him to my dog.
Will do.
And my dog is Majestic
So we look-
3.
Just,
He's the third one in the line. The other two have passed away.
Like, what is it like, there's just a group of people just singing?
What do you mean, at the Christmas carol thing?
Yeah.
It's just a group of people right there. If you go to 125th Street at the Piers.
Okay.
Right there, you don't have to walk nowhere, they stop right there. And then what people don't realize, there's a little area cut out like this, and that's a small stage. And so if you bring the right equipment, you could put your microphone there and sing like, so they kind of bring a thing with a mic and play Christmas carols.
Okay, that's nice.
Right there.
This is like separate but related, but who runs the Uptown Night Market?
Who runs the?
The night market? Every Thursday or?
the night market?
Yeah, runs that.
Yeah,
It's a hospitality group.
right. I think
Where is it?
It's right here on 12th Avenue. It's actually the last month.
They just ended it.
Yeah,
just
is it
ended?
past?
I think it's supposed to be.
It used to go up
Thursday.
all the way up the hill.
this Thursday?
It is
Yeah,
12th
it's-
Avenue right here,
And they used to go. I
yeah,
know
from
they used to go-
133rd all the way up to where the steps.
And they used to have
130.
bands and folk
Under the-
and
yeah.
clothes, yeah.
Yeah, so they
They had a name, I forget what's the name, but yeah.
Uptown Night Market.
Yeah, right. I noticed
Yeah.
a lot of those businesses, cause I've gone twice.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not sure, it appears that not all of them, which is, I guess, okay, not all of them are from here.
No,
Oh.
But I think more
the bottom
business
line is
should
they're all
be from here.
100% are minority. Not with that.
No, that's fine.
No, that is,
That is,
but I do.
that will cause me to buy something I don't need.
Right, but, right, if they were more participatory, so I don't know what the criteria is.
You just have to apply to be a vendor, so they don't have any specification. If you have if you're in business and you wanna be a vendor, you just,
Really?
you just sign up.
But you gotta be early enough because eventually we'll run out of space.
Right, but so,
Too.
but then
That's
that,
the business.
but that goes back to supporting the local business to make sure they get enough foot traffic.
Yeah.
So being able to be at those
We should
events.
advertise that they're coming. Cause I don't know who else they tell them.
Yeah, but yeah, like what, so yeah.
Well, they
how
have
do
to go through the community board.
How do you become a vendor at that event? So.
They have a
that-
website too.
So that's something we should share.
What's
Yeah, it's been shared many times through our office.
I mean, I know it, I look at it, oh, that's the date I need to be there. I don't really pay that, but I have not paid that much attention
Alright.
it was given.
So like I told somebody earlier, right, I was speaking to somebody and I told them that a lot of time people don't further the research.
And I don't.
We need to do that. We need to further the research. Just be curious. Just click on the website. Like, hey, you'll be, you'll find some useful information.
Right. But we have, I think we have to increase, increase the visibility, and maybe get the information out.
He came before the
earlier.
board too. He came to one of the gentlemen boards. The gentleman, his name is Marco.
Yeah, I remember
You
when
know what we
he came,
need to do, okay,
but once is not enough.
No, I agree.
this is economic development.
Right.
And one of my personal things about it is we should be supporting and enhancing the businesses in the area. I don't want them to give me anything. I want to understand how to help them do better. That's me personally. That's my whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't mind taking off and going up the street and going in and saying, excuse me, honey, are you the manager? Who's the manager? Please. I ain't talking to nobody below that anyway. So,
Yeah, I hear you.
But that's what brought me to my question, because we talked about the Christmas caroling and not many people knowing about it, but
Right.
is it too early to like possibly host that thing, but on a smaller scale and bring in the caroling, like, cause you wanted to expand or increase the.
I don't wanna compete with it. I
No.
want to expand.
Expand, you wanna expand the route for the holiday parade, but also, and you also was thinking about having the Kwanzaa parade for the
Yes.
business strictly on this
Yes.
like corridor, but could we possibly do like a tiny like holiday market event, I guess with your connect, or is it too late?
It's not, whether late or early,
Okay,
it is a bit late because this is October.
yeah,
So you need to know what you're doing at the end of December when it's already this first week of October. So that is maybe next year makes sense. But what you're saying and what I'm here, because I don't see anybody from here there. They like they got on the bus again. Nobody looks familiar.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because I know the Conservancy sends out, like, if you're part of the Conservancy, they do send you like weekly emails, for example, with all the events.
That's
The
what
only
I get.
reason-
I get it in an
Yeah.
email that they're gonna perform and with their last month, to sing the Christmas carols.
That's the only reason I know, because it's Stephanie,
I don't know. All right, what else are we working on? Okay. Nothing else, new people? I wanna know where these members I don't see. I see. Fine. I've got. Or. What? This business.
I'm visiting. I'll try to come more. Like I said,
To come often, I want you to do it, that's all.
well, thank you, Loretta.
Not like you on 5 other committees.
Exactly. I would love to maybe see, believe it or not. It'll depend probably on the scheduling of the. I would love to see more like people from the community come business, like people come and sit in, because I feel they see stuff and they can inform. I mean, I would ask one of the cannabis dispensary people to attend. Because they are a business, just sit in, maybe they can offer information or feedback and any other businesses as well. Who are present in our
Does
community,
anybody,
even somebody from the Bodega Association, and things of that nature. Just to make sure we know that people know they have a platform or place to, voice their
How
concerns.
small is small?
When you need,
A small business, when does it stop being a small business? I know what I'm trying to ask you.
I don't know, that's a good question.
probably would be franchise maybe.
I don't
When
know.
it stops being from mom and pop to something. big.
Cause I know if you just go north from 135th Street, you got it. That was our Saturday thing. We went there. every
Walking out
Saturday.
there, yeah. That's a good question, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a
We
good,
need,
good question.
because what I think would be very helpful. If the Economic Development Committee of Community Board 9 form an association with the small businesses in Community Board 9.
Like a merchants association, like,
If. See, I have problems with that, I have merchant in that, it kind of, it doesn't sound as supportive. It's kind of, to give them support with each other, which whatever they're, experiencing.
I know it's usually like a thing before forming a bid, for example, sometimes you have like these associations of businesses,
Yeah.
and if they get big enough, then they may
Well,
decide they
see,
want bid.
the thing that I think we should use to sell is that we are a government agency. We are required by law to support you. And if you need help or support, and Community Board 9 writes a letter saying, we have reviewed la da 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 da, and therefore we personally, that's it.
Well, yeah, I mean, our role is to be the voice.
It's
By
a
support.
legal
That way.
government voice, and they
Right.
can take this to court and say, look what we
Well,
proved ourselves, because that's what the community board is, it's a local version of the
When was the
committee.
last time you had somebody from Small Business Services
Yeah,
attend your meeting? All right, I just, at the last general board, I just met a new liaison, I'm gonna give you her contact.
yeah, I
you
think,
gonna send it to me now, to my
Yeah,
email?
I'm gonna email it to you.
Got it.
I got it in my.
Okay,
yeah, I agree, I think that would be good. I
yes,
know,
that's
even
great,
at the Cannabis Task Force, we had someone from the mayor's office, small business,
yeah,
services from the mayor's office. They came and, spoke to let us know that they were available to offer services to those who were trying to get off the ground. They definitely should come here, I agree with you.
but we
should share that.
we need to know who our small businesses are, and we don't.
Well, like I said, maybe we can reach out to you and she can help us figure out those entities are, since she's already started to collect that.
Well, see, y'all don't want me to tell you, I gotta see every Saturday morning. That's how we used to do it. We used to do it from 10 to every Saturday, and on 31st Street, we get all the small businesses along the way.
Well, maybe that's something we can revisit when the weather gets warm. Meanwhile, since it's gonna start getting cold, think of other ways to engage and reach out.
I want to interject myself. I raised my hand for a while now. How about having like an open house for our next session in November? Something very informal, but geared to the small businesses.
All right.
Open house. Okay.
Yeah.
But the very important thing, I look at when are you gonna do business? And Tuesday, I'm gonna pull somebody out of their business, Tuesday.
The first Tuesday at 9, yeah. Just like we have this session, we will advertise something like open house in November or December.
Say
What,
it again for the. I'm sorry.
I said, what about thinking about having a open house
Right.
November, December on the first Tuesday of the month when we have our meeting? Something informal, doesn't cost anything, just before, like now we can advertise, we've saved the date and see the one stop, can advertise, anybody can come, the door is open. You bring your flyers, and we are there to listen to you, to get to know each other.
So, yeah, a nice kind of networking opportunity, I guess,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, that's what it is.
I wouldn't say open house, but okay, but an open invitation, yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, mixer, I like that.
Yeah, I like that. Small business. Yeah.
Maybe that is something I would be.
Small business
mixer, yes, as opposed to open house. That work.
When do you, I know when I think we should have, it. When do you all think we should have? It?
We can do it November or December, the first Tuesday when we have our regular meeting.
Maybe December to give us time.
Yes.
And it could be kind of like a holiday-ish.
Okay, I need a vote. December for the small.
I would say December because you need time to get together with the contacts are.
Correct.
To let them know.
Give us time.
Alright, so it will be December, small business mixer. will
Yeah,
be in
where?
this- well,
Where do you wanna?
how big do you expect it to be?
I think it'll depend on how quickly you get the information out to people.
Well, somebody gotta volunteer, who's making the flyers, I know you're not looking at me.
Of course not, we'll work with the office staff.
There you go.
I
So
mean,
how fast do you think the office can get that? I'm gonna call you and tell her. I said,
they can work miracles, the
you
office
son
staff.
my girl, I'm gonna say, you, so let me tell you.
And we have some talented,
Alright, are we
On
doing
board.
it's December, are we doing it for the December meeting of this committee?
you mean,
Yes,
you
I
got-
think so. December, I vote for.
December.
Who else?
December, the first Tuesday in December is December what?
Looking at December 2nd.
December 2nd. Oh, twos and twos, okay. 2025. So the small business mixer, I like that how it's called too, will be that. Okay. When we have the small business mixer, since we now have time to plan.
The same place where we have this meeting today. We just pushed the table and I think this place can hold about 30 people.
yeah,
Okay.
it keeps it intimate.
Mhm.
So the second, make sure that doesn't, well, we have to see how that fits in the
Well-
larger calendar, but like you said, get it out
First of
early
all,
enough.
if you go into a business that's retail, even not, a Tuesday is not one of their busy days. That's why you can get anybody to come off of their office on a Tuesday, not on a Monday when they're cleaning up from the weekend, and not on a Wednesday when they're planning next week. Tuesday is the day.
Okay.
I understand business, unfortunately.
Oh, that's not unfortunate, that is.
Yeah, honey, they made sure I got it right.
All right.
Yeah, Tuesdays. All right. So it's December 2nd, 2025. It will be here. Are we serving anything? Are we having, because I'm ready to have food and drink. Go ahead, y'all.
We can have not even food, just drink, and then to incentivize them, we can have like a basket. You win something coming in. That's it. We have coffee, hot chocolate, water, and juice. That's it.
Can y'all cater with the small business?
I'm sorry?
Can y'all cater with the small business here?
Yeah, how
Get
much you got?
get
We
donations.
use it from you.
You mean get donations from businesses?
She did not say that. She said cater. Cater to me is money.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I put the donation and I threw that in there. So,
What I was thinking that we may want to do is, since it's on a Tuesday, and if we start now, we could ask them would they bring something that represents the business that they do. But then if they're not a restaurant, if they're just a wholesale, then what? I mean, you could always bring me a bottle of liquor, but I don't drink, so you know. That's why there's no bars here, because I stopped drinking. You gotta go to Central Hall to get a bar. You don't get no bar here.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, well. No legal ones, though.
But I think, yeah, the small business mix in December the 2nd, it could be here. You need to have the invitations out and they need to RSVP, they come in, that's very important. So we need to know who to send the invitation to. All of you people, so every down with the name of. So now
we can work with the office staff.
You can get that info from like consumer affairs or something, because it'll give you the address, owner,
Oh, yeah.
typically.
I'm gonna walk up the street and say, excuse me, man, who's the manager? I
Oh,
need to speak with them.
well,
That's
that-
how I get, and I know, and that's how I get everything I need.
right, well, you're right. Engaging people that way is always preferable. But
And
That
I
might
can't
take a
find
lot-
what we used to do. We
that might
had-
take a lot of
We
time.
had a community board arm fair, C9 armband that we all used to wear, but I don't know where it is.
Well, I'm hoping we can get some branding products for the community board members to have, so that when we are at events, people know who we are.
Well,
I-
if we
I
do
know-
this small business mixer in December.
Well, yeah, we can all, for those on the board, they can have lanyards that
Well,
say community board night.
Well, yeah, because my whole thing now is that this year is over. Technically, and so if you wanna sell, have people in and out of somebody's business, you really would like the climate to be more enjoyable.
Correct.
So you're looking at this, you're talking about, we wanna talk to you in December, so you are prepared to function in the spring. Okay. Everybody got it?
So, I'm sorry, so you're saying the mixer would happen in the spring as opposed to in December?
No, the mixer, the
Happen in
business mixer
December?
would happen in December.
But the
With
business
the
conference?
plan for them to understand that we're gonna have a bigger one in the
Okay.
spring, that's why they.
I agree.
Why are they?
You're right, yeah, that is a great way to get people
To
engaged
get
and aware so they can
right.
participate. Yeah, I agree with you.
And I figure out which precinct we gonna call to close the street, y'all, but don't let me start.
Oh, uh-oh.
Hello.
We have to
Where
close
you
the
gonna
street?
have that? Oh, where you gonna have
Are you talking for the spring event? Oh, well, okay, anyway, we got some time to talk about that.
that? The person, I'm calling Henry, the 28 pieces before he leave, cause he's leaving. I said, you know my position to leave, and you're in charge, and I have his direct number, and he ain't going to answer it from. Great.
Wow.
I'm sorry, baby, go ahead, you wanna say something?
Yeah.
I see you, go.
So what's the event in the spring?
What's the,
Event in the spring, like the open streets?
oh, don't, I just threw that out, we ain't
Oh.
here yet.
Yes, a small business conference.
In September, it's gonna be a small business conference to recommend, to know who they are, how we can support their efforts, what they feel, in general. And they should also know that this will result in a bigger something for them in the spring.
So the spring would be the small business conference, but the
Yeah.
mixer would be in December as a way
Yeah,
to,
to meet them and get
Network.
prepared and
and then get people engaged with the committee and then look at what can be done in the spring. There was a business conference held in June, I should say, and it brought together businesses and resources and people from the city.
We did it in May. We did it in May.
Was it May?
Yeah,
Okay.
with panel workshop, yeah, at the
Thank-
forum.
Yes, so, okay, May. Yeah.
Did
So,
the local businesses participate? I know there was the issue with coming into the building, but did people engage? Did the businesses have an interest in participating?
I think a few businesses came, and I know certainly the percentages that Marita and Joyce reached out to were engaged and they came to present. I think it was a great opportunity. There were a lot of resources. So I'm hoping, like Marita said, we could start earlier to promote so that we could get more businesses to come in. 'Cause I don't think as many businesses came, there weren't as many businesses there as I thought could have been there, knowing the wonderful connections that Marita has and how many people are in this community. So I think if we start earlier, we can get more people. And especially since we had the city engaged, a lot of, I think city agencies, at least one or two, right?
They're broader. What I found, because I've had it before, and what I find is one-on-one individual. I need you to pick out all those businesses in your area and find out who the managers are and get the right address, even if it's a receipt that you got bought something for $5, whatever it is, your area. You all understand? So that now I know that these people are connected to each other.
Okay.
Because cause you went there, you pass them every day, you use them.
Right.
You can decide if they're small enough or too big. You are the ones that have to make that decision. Don't come and 150, I already know what to do.
Let's go back to your question, Andrea. I think that we definitely have room to grow. So as we discuss and plan and strategize and start earlier, we can get information out to include more people to come out, more of the businesses to come out and take advantage of the resources that are available to them. even including, sorry,
Go ahead.
even including the triangle, there's like a whole other, like.
On Amsterdam Avenue?
Yeah, like the Harlem Triangle. I mean, I went over there the other day, really for the first time and had a chance, not the first, maybe the second or third, where the Mint building is. So if you go down,
Oh, honey, that's the Manhattan Business District.
right,
Well, Jesus, you had me figure out.
Alright, I call it the Harlem Triangle, but it's the Manhattanville, same thing, and that's on here. Doing more with those businesses as well. There are so many that are affiliated with that area. When I went and I saw the posters promoting all the different businesses over there. And I'm sure they're small, so a few of them I saw were small, so getting them involved, so this is more visibility, so that people know they're there, and we help get them foot traffic.
Small,
Yeah.
some of those people that you saw that are smaller over there, I
Yeah,
can't think of it. I know the young man who brings them in. But the bottom line, we're talking about a broader area.
well,
So we
okay,
need to get the flyers printed up,
yes,
what they say, and get them out in time.
yeah,
And the flyers, I feel, should have a requirement for response. They should
Absolutely.
clearly state a date
yes,
when they need to respond as to whether they'd like to be involved in
Yes.
the invitation.
I agree.
Yeah, I see you.
I'm just thinking.
Go
I
ahead.
don't wanna seem like I'm just throwing stuff out.
No, but that's what I want you to do.
Okay, well, so I'm just thinking in terms of just, I love the benefit of the conference, but it's,
Somebody's phone.
Somebody's alarm is on.
but is there a way to like celebrate the businesses outside of the resources that you provide for them? Because you mentioned that they're the Uptown Night, I keep thinking about that, but like none of those businesses are within this neighborhood. So is it a possibility?
No, no, I would correct you, say, I don't know, I wouldn't say maybe none, but.
But most are not.
Most are not, but I'm just saying, if you all have the capital and you're a government agency, you're able to use.
Well,
You're
that's why
able
we
to create
vote.
your own like market.
You see, that,
I mean, like, you said, you could just make the call, as you said, but I'm just like.
no.
Right.
What I'm going to say to you personally, right? If you go to the business that you gotta pass every day. You pass them, whether you go in there, never went in there, you pass it in every day. You go in there and say, listen, I'm with the local community board, I'd like to know the name of your manager, since we want to invite your business to this event.
Okay.
Simple. You don't tell anybody that ain't the manager, don't waste your time. So when you go in the door, you ask for the manager. Period. Very polite, very businesslike. I'm with Community Board 9, I'd like to speak with the manager. And then you tell the manager that we're planning a small business conference in December. We'd like this office, because the manager may not be the owner of the business, so he or she may have a
Yeah.
problem with it. The bottom line is, we'd like this business to come, whether it's you or the owners, to participate. That's how you pull that off.
Okay.
You got it, I can give it to you one more time if you need it.
No, ma'am, I got it.
That's so much of it. She look like it. She crazy.
But I'm just thinking, and I appreciate the outreach, but I'm just saying, having a type of like event where you have the businesses out there so that the community can see who's in the community.
Not this one.
No, ma'am, but something in the
And
spring.
maybe in the spring, yeah, the spring might be a bigger, because in the spring, of course. Why did I meet with you in December
Right.
if I'm not gonna help you make money in the spring? What's the point? So yeah, the
Okay.
spring is a whole different way.
Okay.
Right.
And you might have missed it, or you were in transit, we were talking about how we can try to use Columbia's Bradis
Yeah.
business
Yeah.
consultation as a way to also help engage the local businesses to offer them that consultation and support that they might need to help grow them, further them along the next level. That that could be a part of our, even an announcement that service exists when we bring them together in the mixer.
We're having, the small business conference is here.
I mean, we can think about that further, cause you expressed some stuff and, you know, I guess you know.
Cause I can call Jerry, cause if I
Right.
need it, I call Jerry Solano, in Manhattanville, all the
Right.
meals and all the places, and say, okay, Jerry, look here now, I need.
I mean, I don't know what people's thoughts are about that, if we wanted to revisit the forum or go
Or have it
to
here.
Manhattanville, like you said, for the small business conference.
Oh,
Cause you're thinking that would be something bigger.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
right, yeah, that, or whether it's here, well,
Well, here, not the small business conference. Cause you're looking to probably have people table, you wanna bring people into percent like you did last year. And you can see what else you can do to grow it, so I think a bigger venue is
All right.
warranted.
let's do the Manhattanville houses.
Well, let's see.
I think first we probably just wanna check to see if there's any issues with DYCD.
I'm not hearing this,
I'd say the only thing I would check
Yeah.
for is any issues with DYCD, only because they hold Department of Youth and Community Development.
Yeah.
They're the ones who contract Grand Wyndham for the center.
You see some caller on the tongue, this is down, I believe, it's in the summertime. If you hear me throwing out stuff, I know them well enough, okay? Oh, I decided to, if, we didn't say the second for that, but if
We didn't set a date,
we said, no, December the second.
Right,
It's
for-
a small
for the
business
mixer. That's right, the business mixer, he figures a nice holiday light thing to bring people together. In terms of the
Well,
small,
where do you want it located at?
I think we said here, cause it was
Said here.
small, yeah, I think
Alright.
we could do it here, like Clotilde said, we can move the chairs out and
All right.
keep it cute.
Okay.
And you know, it is easy to execute. In
Okay.
terms of the small business, not mix, the conference, we're gonna do it in the spring, we can think about that a little bit more, but not, like you said, not too much longer, cause we wanna lock it in,
Hmm.
and then think about how.
You're gonna meet in December, you're gonna deal with them in February,
Right.
you're gonna prepare to hit the road in June, I'm done.
Right.
I'm
And-
done next year, what we doing the
And
after
you
that?
know, also, just to, I think the other thing, and then I guess we'll begin to wrap up.
Okay.
We look at also what's happening on a calendar overall for the community board, because I think we all talked about possibly doing an event that might be a collaboration with different committees. And, you know, the
Okay.
economic development could easily partner with
Okay.
something else. Margaret, let me just finish
Okay,
my
I'm sorry,
thought.
go ahead.
So my only thought is that as we think about when to do it in the spring, we should check the calendar with the team and the other committees to make sure that we optimize the best time to hold it, to get the best turnout, and we can support each other. Does that make sense?
Okay. The small business conference will be December the second.
No, the mixer, that's the small, the business mixer.
Business mixer.
Yeah.
Will be December. When that is held and things come from that, then we will have the date to give the big community board.
Yeah, we could even
Well,
announce.
yeah, because they have businesses too, you know.
No, you're right. I'm just saying, we're talking now, maybe we can look at what the calendar looks like, so we can figure out when to put it out there in the spring. And compare it to what the other,
What I mean,
committees-
what is the first day of spring? They put it up on the calendar. I don't remember
well,
that.
I wanna say May Day is the first day of spring. That happens to be my birthday, but no, I'm
What
being
is your
funny.
birthday?
I said May Day, but I think,
Cause my birthday is May 22nd.
I'm just messing with you.
Nothing.
I forget when the spring equinox is, but we have a little bit of time. Maybe we can discuss it further in the executive meeting.
I think that what you're talking about. Wait, a minute, this is, what am I in October? So
Yes,
if I have
I know.
another, the November meeting is with you guys.
Yeah, we have a
It's
little
going
time.
to tighten up the December meeting.
But what I'm saying is, we're having the discussion, we can maybe even with this upcoming executive meeting, we can look at the calendar as a whole and
For
have,
next year or now?
for even, well, for next year, for the spring, but even also check in terms of the small business, it shouldn't be an issue with the small business mixer. I'm just saying, we're not trying to schedule stuff as an island, like alone, like rogue. We wanna make sure it works.
That when you're dealing with business,
Yes,
If it is retail, it's
Tuesday.
always on Tuesday.
no problem.
It ain't nothing to discuss. It is always on Tuesday.
Well, I think this is great that we have this.
Even if you're with church, make sure it's on Tuesday.
All right, it's been noted, so did you take? I took a few, when I go home, I'll bang it out, 'cause I have to actually 2 minutes for the cannabis task force, I'll share with you, and then we can share with Marina and then take it from there, right? Yeah. I think there was a lot of great discussion
Yes.
in terms of trying to reinvigorate the Economic and Development Committee to take it to the next level. So I think it's a continued discussion, but I think we're moving in the right direction.
I think so. I really think so. I think, and the fact that I'm looking at less members present or involved,
We're
I
gonna
really we did more and I learned more
okay,
about what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and what is a big, you know?
did you sign in, my dear?
Yes.
Yes, she said.
And you, young man?
Mhm.
I didn't hear your name.
I'm waiting.
Wait a minute, are you from Columbia or,
I'm a student at Columbia.
okay, from the Spectator?
No.
Oh, okay,
Spectators on.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Frank,
Oh, yeah, that's right, in the chat. Well, welcome. Yeah, I can hear what your introduction, because I was talking to Akil, but thank you for coming. I know you expressed an interest in the
Well,
Piers.
I'd like to know
Yeah.
you.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right, I didn't introduce myself.
Thank you.
I'm the first vice chair for CB9, for
Thank
those who don't
you.
know.
That's who that is.
And I flutter about and I try to, of course, render support, give some ideas, and I just am about in trying to be big picture and focus on the entire CB9. So that's my.
She's quite helpful. I haven't asked her to do anything really, so we don't measure it now, but she's
Well,
quite helpful.
Yeah, be merciful, because I gotta,
I know you're involved in everything under the sun.
not everything, but a lot of stuff. So let's just we'll leave it at that. But I think that like I said, it was a good discussion, Marita, and I think now.
Not everything's okay.
Okay. Nice, I like your nice cane, nicely decorated.
Yeah.
That cat's on.
Let me see
Oh,
it.
is that what it is? So maybe we can look at, if you don't think there's anything else, maybe we can wrap up and
How would
conclude.
you that?
Are you okay? Well, I'll make a,
Somebody got
Somebody-
suggested.
somebody wanna make a motion?
sure, I'll make a motion.
Motion to adjourn?
I'll
Yes.
second,
Okay,
Okay.
So what time are we adjourning? what time is it?
8:17.
All right, sounds
Okay,
like
yeah.
a plan.
Well, I got almost 8:20, but okay.
And what time do we start?
I don't know, 7 something.
6:45.
Was it 6:45? Thank you,
Okay,
my dear, I
thank you.
appreciate you.
See, I miss Joyce. Did I explain to you about where our?
I think she heard it, you were online when,
Okay.
yeah, our co-chair, she should be back. Hopefully in a month or so.
Yeah.
But she's also very big, big in terms of being busy in the community with being herself her own small business entity and always working hard to do
He's always busy for sure.
what is best for the business owners and get them support. So as Marita said, we look forward to her speedy recovery
Yeah,
and return.
the fact that she's so sick, well, she does have family and friends, she's in Africa,
Okay.
but to be so sick, I had to dream to New York. Get behind it here now.
She'd probably be more sick if she was in New York.
You know, you're
Given
right.
everything that's happening.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to stop the recording.
Thank you. Let somebody know.
Bye.
Bye, thank you, Clotilde. Good night, Heather.
Littell,
And Kathy Hamilton, you were quiet, and Franca, Eakin. Both of you were quiet, but hopefully you don't have anything to add or we didn't miss any comments from you.
No, thank you so much, though.
Oh, excuse me?
Thank you. Good night.
Okay, thank you. Okay, stop, right? Are you sure you want to stop?